Brothers and sisters, how are you? I was driving around for work, had a couple minutes, and a thought came over me, and I thought it was important that I make this video and share it with you. Tabernacles is over. That's the last of the fall feast days. Now, what we saw over the last month or so is a lot of people were looking at Rosh Hashanah, and then the realization came out that we might be going into a year of Jubilee. So that would merge Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, making the last trump of Rosh Hashanah blown on Yom Kippur. Okay? So that, sort of gave a different time frame. And then a lot of the people on YouTube and Facebook, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to demean anybody or anything. People are doing the best they can, trying to keep watch, which we're supposed to do. But they started pointing at Tabernacles. Tabernacles is now over. These same people are saying, well, the months could be off by one or two. I've done a couple videos about how the barley was Aviv, which means that the month started correctly. The calendar is not off. The months on the calendar is not off. So now what you're going to hear on YouTube and Facebook, lots of people are going to start saying, well, we see the signs. There's this thing going on in the UN, and, lawlessness is getting worse, and this and that. And they're going to start pointing to any time. Come 2023, as we get closer to the spring, everybody's going to start looking at the spring feast days. What this shows is these people, however good intentioned they are, do not understand God's appointed times, the feast days. Leviticus 23 is prophecy. Okay, it talks about 4 spring feast days in the spring, and 3 feast days in the fall. Those spring feast days, Yeshua was crucified on Passover. He was buried during unleavened bread. He arose on the Feast of First Fruits. And the Holy Spirit came down on Pentecost. All 4 spring feast days fulfilled on the day. And in the case of Passover, to the hour. Yeshua will come back and fulfill the fall feast days in order, just like he did the spring feast days. Actually, there's a verse in there that doesn't look like it belongs. Go look up Leviticus 23:22. It talks about harvesting the field. That's the church age. So God gave you a verse to tell you that the church age is here. Before it starts, you're going to fulfill the spring feast days. After it's over, when it's over, you're going to fulfill the fall feast days. See, and the reason this is important is so many people are, and I'm one too. I still want to get out of here. 2 reasons. One, this world is getting crazier and crazier. It is getting more evil and more evil, and I don't want to be here. I want to be with my Lord, my Father. I am looking forward to seeing him face to face. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But the point is, what I'm trying to warn you about is don't get your hopes up. We're here until at least next Rosh Hashanah. So we need to prepare. We need to prepare, and in our hearts, we need to keep sharing Yeshua with people. There are people out here who are not going in the rapture, and you might be sitting next to them in church. This is important, people, and don't get your hopes up. Be putting some food aside. We don't know how bad it's going to get before we are taken up, before we are hapazoed or raptured. So we need to look at this realistically. I hope you understand my heart in sharing this video. God bless you. Have a great day.